The biggest surprise of the 2024 Republican presidential primary has to be the rise of Vivek Ramaswamy. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back again with a new video. And today, it is time that we talk about the 2024 Republican presidential primary and how the biggest surprise of the year, Vivek Ramaswamy, rose from being a guy that, quite frankly, nobody heard about to being on the debate stage and, in fact, in third place in most national polling as of now. Now, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $1 a month, you can join Real American. This is the best way to support the daily content that we all know and love. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. Also, at 8:50 p.m. Eastern Time, we are going live for a live reaction to the first GOP debate tonight. Of course, top right corner is a link to the stream. You know what to do. Click it, like the stream, click the notification button, so the second the stream starts, you get notified. Share with your friends. I want a lot of people tuning in for the first presidential debate of this cycle. So I hope and recommend everyone tunes in tonight. Alright, everybody. So let's get into it. And I wanted to make this video on the before the debate, because in my opinion, this is the biggest surprise of the entire election cycle. An unknown multi-millionaire, and probably a billionaire at this point, very rich guy that nobody's ever heard of, is somehow, according to the national polling, in third place. Now, this is a polling aggregate that I've been working on, and it takes into account most polling, takes into account sample size, all of it. Look at Ramaswamy. Look at this. He's currently at 7.7%, and I'm assuming after the debate, when more people learn about who he is, there's a good chance he cracks 8%. Why is this crazy? Look back here. Look back when he announced. That was, March 1st or whatever, or February. He was at 0.1% in late February. Unknown, nobody knew who this guy was, and he's had a methodical rise. But in the past couple of weeks, he's really surged. I mean, he's passed, think about this, a former governor and UN ambassador. He passed a senator of South Carolina. And in fact, he's passed the former vice president of the United States. And there is a good chance this year he will surpass DeSantis in the polling. The guy that was supposed to be the heir to Donald John Trump. Well, this surge had to happen for a multitude of reasons. It can't just be, oh, it's a fluke. It's because, he just taking votes away from DeSantis. He is a fraudster and all this stuff. Listen, I'm still skeptical of Ramaswamy. There is some very, how do I say this? Very suspicious stuff on his record. But let's be real. If he was at 1%, these DeSantis people, they wouldn't care. But they realize he is a threat to DeSantis's, last stand? He's on his last leg. If this debate goes horribly for him, there's a chance Ramaswamy can take second. So, yeah. Ramaswamy is threatening DeSantis. But the question is this. How did he rise? Put it simply, he has ran, in my opinion, the best campaign of any Republican this cycle. Maybe not Trump, because I think Trump is, when you look at it, is running a very solid campaign, especially on the ad front. But if it wasn't for Trump, I would say it'd be Ramaswamy. He's been running, I would say, a relatively speaking, great campaign. There's been some hiccups here and there, but outside of that, I mean, he's been on the ball every single time. Because guess what? He is winning over a lot of Trump voters. He is doing what DeSantis should have done. Don't antagonize Trump or his supporters, but give them a reason to vote for Ramaswamy over Trump. And guess what? He has. Ramaswamy said, when I become the president, we are going to investigate all these people that are trying to throw Trump in jail, and I will pardon Donald Trump. But he's also giving them what they want to hear. Immigration policy that's restrictive, which there's some question marks here and there about the visa stuff. That's a different story. But he's talking about what matters to the voters that support Trump. And also, he brings something different to the table. Affirmative action. He was the first one to talk about it, how he's going to abolish affirmative action in the U.S. government. But also, that's not all. He has been running a genius media campaign. Think about this for a second. He has done an ungodly amount of interviews. I mean, look at this. He once did 30 interviews in one day alone and has appeared on more than 150 podcasts since launching his campaign in February. For a while, the only outlet he couldn't get on seemed to be MSNBC, which had not booked him for an interview until recently, something that had clearly gone him at before. A few days after I sent an email asking an NBC spokesperson about the rationale for excluding him, Ramaswamy finally scored an appearance on the network. I mean, he is going on every single outlet, not just the traditional media. But you hear that? 150 podcasts. That is far more than any other candidate. And really, outside of Trump, who's going on podcasts right now? Think about it. Trump's been smart going into these podcasts because it's a more relaxed environment. It's, actually good questions usually, because these podcasters, they have a brain half the time. Right, more than half the time, but they have half a brain compared to these media outlets that ask garbage questions. But these podcasts make Ramaswamy seem more relatable because more people do tune into these regular podcasts because they're not a big fan of traditional media. So he's gotten his name out there through just grit. Sheer grit, going through every single podcast, talking about how he should be the next president and all of that. And really, that comes to the fact that, he's younger. He understands what people are tuning into now. They're not tuning into Fox anymore, especially after Tucker left. They're tuning on to Joe Rogan. They're tuning on to all these other podcasters. They are. And that's what Ramaswamy has capitalized on. Many of these other candidates, they still only go on Fox for donors, but that doesn't win you an election. Going on these smaller podcasts, yes, it takes a lot of effort, a lot of time, all of that. But eventually, you see what happens to Ramaswamy. His name gets out there, and people realize this guy is pretty good. I still have some questions about him, but, I can understand why people support him. He's younger, he understands the issues that matter, and he's not antagonizing Trump supporters. That's the biggest thing in my opinion. It's not like what DeSantis' people are doing, insulting Trump voters 24/7 for merely supporting, Trump. Ramaswamy, he understands why they're supporting him. Trump is the first president in God knows how long to actually put the American first. But he's trying to run on why he should be the nominee. He's younger, he brings something unique to the table, and he would continue a lot of Trump's popular policies and introduce other stuff. A more younger variation of MAGA, I guess you can call it. It's smart, and it's clearly working. Now the question is this: will he become a threat to Trump? I don't know. I don't think so, because Trump still has such a big lead. There's no sign of that dropping anytime soon. And it really comes down to, does DeSantis completely implode? Like his last 14% of the vote? Does that just go away if the debate goes poorly for him? We just got to see what happens in tonight's debate. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys in tonight's debate. Godspeed to all of you.